Hey folks, it's Rob.
That's Travis.
And you're watching Spankwagon, only Spankwagon.
.net.
.net. Drink, bitches. Fortunately, we're not here drinking today because we actually have some very important people here with us on the show. They're monster hunters by day, and by night, they're a traveling band. Ladies and gentlemen, Random Encounter.
Boo.
Boo. How you guys doing?
.net.
So that's the thing where everyone watching this has to drink whenever
yes.
is said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
Yes.
Oh dear.
So yes, this is the drinking game. So well, last night you guys did your first show here in Austin. How was it?
We're in Austin?
I hope so.
It was amazing.
I don't have a map on me, but
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Descendants fans and everyone else that came out, they were an amazing crowd.
Say because you guys are originally from Russia, but you're now residing in Orlando. How is the music scene, like say, especially for the type of music you guys tend to do, Austin versus say Orlando, Tampa, whatever?
Careless fits in pretty well in the Russian music scene, but well, when we play in Florida and America in general, we sort of temper the sound so that it fits with popular music over here.
Okay, so with that, how exactly did you guys get started? Yes, go down the road.
I always answer this question.
Is it the only original member?
A long time ago, I met with this other guy, and he's like, "Hey,
Let's start the .net domain.
let's start the .net domain." Exactly. It's like, let's start the. I'm interested in playing video game music in a band, but I never found anyone else who's like, interested in the same thing. One day I will do this. I'm like, okay. That's actually the same dream I've had for many years. It's like, okay, what do you play? The accordion. What do you play? The piano. All right, let's do this. So we started off and we called it the Random Encounter because that's how we met. And then other people kind of like jumped in, and a lot of people kind of left. And 16 band members later, we have like this beautiful finite group of people who are like.
Yeah, that was one thing I noticed. You've had the band has been around in some form since 2005.
I think so.
And how many members have you ran through now up until your current lineup? Because I didn't count the whole list, but I saw it was pretty big.
I think we're like 17 now.
Yeah. They're like
We
Menudo.
were 16 before, and then like the Juju thing, like maybe that counts.
Yeah, I don't think they can.
Okay, 16.
16. So, how exactly did you get started in your respective instruments?
.net.
Shit, should have bought a 12-pack. Anyway.
Let's see. I'm starting this one again.
Yeah, sure.
Shoot. Okay. I woke up one morning on my 16th birthday and knew I had to play the accordion. It's that simple.
Yeah, especially because accordion, and especially in VGM band, that was a rather unique choice. I was very intrigued when I first saw you guys at MagFest. Was accordion? That was completely unexpected. I mean, why? What drew you to it?
Oh, it was a sound I heard in my head, and I knew like that day. I'd hated music before that. Like I didn't actually listen to anything except like video game songs,
Right.
which is sort of what I grew up on. That was the sound that I knew that I had to be able to create. And having had nothing for my 16th birthday, I was able to ask parents for lessons and get a little better with that.
So, Moose, you on the drums.
I hit things with sticks.
Small, hopefully bigger sticks than drumsticks, because those won't do a lot of damage.
What? Excuse me? Pretty sure I could take you out with some drumsticks.
You might. I play video games all day. I don't move a lot, so.
No, in the elementary school, we had, I think for 2 years they forced us to, I mean, it's not bad, but they forced us to do some sort of band or choral activities.
Coal Mines Labor.
Of course, I don't know, I just picked the drums because why not? And then I loved it and didn't really stop, I guess.
Okay.
Well, it did. I'm not going to get into that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Sometime around high school, I found the guitar in my closet, and then I started playing it.
How'd it get there?
I don't know, but I found it.
This is how Koshi was released.
Oh.
He was found in a closet and he was given water and let go, and that's how he became the evil Dick Bag,
like a gremlin.
No, not like a gremlin. You pour water in gremlins. Never mind.
Shut up, Mike.
I was thinking that. No. Who am I?
Sorry to interrupt. You were saying you were in your closet and then stepping
I
out.
was in my closet, then coming out of the closet, and then yeah. So I started playing guitar around like 15, and then one day messing around on the guitar, I played something that sounded like Mario Brothers. I was like, oh, it'd be really cool to play video games on an instrument like this.
The video games on the instrument.
Yes. And then I tried playing the music from the video games on the instrument,
There you
and
go.
that went a lot easier.
There you go.
So,
Alright, so Konami.
I started playing guitar when I was 14 because that's the instrument I had access to. Mother played guitar, but she didn't use it very much, and I was able to play it a lot. And I guess 2002-ish, I was playing Smash Brothers Melee. I heard Craig's theme. I thought it would be interesting to play the melody on the guitar. And it took about 2 years to get it down.
Right.
This is very difficult for me. And that's how I started playing video games.
Right.
I actually don't remember like why I wanted to play bass. I just remember at one point I wanted to play either drums or bass.
Right.
So I started with drums.
Okay.
And then I realized I have no rhythm and it was disaster. So then I tried bass and I still have no rhythm, but it worked a little better.
You cover it up well.
I'm getting this.
So with that, because many of you mentioned video game music, why did the draw to doing VGM? What is it that I mean, is it just a lot of the games, or?
I mean, we all grew up playing video games. Like,
Okay.
I mean, constantly. Myself, at least. I mean, you can't find any home movies of like me under the age of. You can't find any home movies of the. Shut up, Flute!
That's part of the reason why I wanted to do it here.
Yeah.
Come watch the. Oh wow! Wait a minute. Hold on.
Flute has a cake for us.
Stop everything!
Hold on. Okay, no, we'll keep recording this. No, the cameras are rolling. Go show the cake.
It's not very exciting. I didn't decorate it. I was really gonna do the random encounter logo, but I
It's
didn't
a
have any
lie.
red dye. So it could have been pink. You could have been pink random encounter.
Take it away. Do it right.
But it's red velvet at your request.
Hey,
we could like
Whoa.
sprinkle the red velvet
Thank you.
crumbles on top of it and make the whole
hey, Mike, you're still in front of the
It's
camera.
There's too many cameras!
Well, part of the
We're sitting on
red
the camera.
velvet comes from the
Almost.
chemical reaction to cocoa powder. So what do you know?
Bye.
Okay, I'll stop interrupting you guys.
What was your last question?
Why video game music?
Oh, like for me, for example, you can't find any sort of home movies of me over the age of 1.5 or 2 without me just sitting at a TV playing. Mainly Mario,
Okay.
and Zelda. Those two, when I was really young, were what I played constantly. And I mean, the home videos of me not doing that do not exist. So it's just a big part of my growing up and childhood.
So what about for the rest of you? So I mean, during the,
The same
especially in your youth, because as monster hunters, I would think now you might not have as much time.
Unfortunately, not.
No.
Monster hunting and video games go hand in hand. It's good training.
Yeah, I was gonna say Resident Evil, House of the Dead. I mean,
Exactly.
The Witcher?
yeah, there you go.
I thought I was very clever at the time, learning to play video game music on my guitar. Turns out
And then
I was not. It was not an original idea.
The internet proves that you're not the unique snowflake that you thought you were.
I was same thing. Like my first memories of gaming,
Mm.
playing video games. Very first memory. My next memory is of receiving a strategy guide for Nintendo games,
Right.
and like, it's been an intense part of my life, the whole way through. And when I learn music, there's only one music I like, because that's
Right.
all I listen to. I don't listen to bands, or hadn't before that time.
Right.
So your first word was Nintendo?
I don't know. I think it was more like Stacie Brat.
Okay.
Well, and actually, I'm glad I had this question next on here, considering video games are such a part of your youth, and especially the music. When you guys were at MagFest this year, and that was our first time there as well. It was really amazing to see just how many people were so into this genre of music. What is it about VGM? Is it nostalgia, or is there maybe something more to it?
I think it's largely nostalgia, but I
Yeah.
mean the music in video games is intensely hard. A lot of it is like very, very intricate and good. You know, well
Just love how
composed music.
I just love how you went from intricate to good. Like,
I use words.
With friends. .net.
It's very well
there.
composed music. It's very interesting. A lot more interesting than a lot of popular music. So, but I think nostalgia is a huge part of it.
I would agree with the nostalgia piece. It's well composed. It sounds good.
Right.
We've played the crowds that have no idea, like,
Never heard of your Zelda, but it sounded awesome.
like we get like those occasionally, and they're like, it's just good music, I'd say,
Okay.
as well.
In one of the very first album, actually, for Random Encounter, I noticed there was a lot of focus on Final Fantasy, and also at MagFest we had Nobuo Uematsu played, a composer by much of the Final Fantasy music, and I've noticed a lot of bands tend to hold him in such high regard as far as a composer. I mean, what is it that makes, in your eyes, makes him like maybe the highest bar for
Final Fantasy VI did it for me.
yeah.
6? Okay. Like what specifically?
Everything. Well, if you try to play that game without music, I mean, it's good still, but I mean, he just adds such a level of depth and feeling to whatever he scores with his music, and that's just, I respect that a lot.
And I also feel that like he was pioneering, like, Dancing Mad, like it's like an orchestrated sound that he used a Nintendo sound cartridge for. Like that's just he's trying to play orchestras coming out of a computer, and I just think he was the
Very
pioneer of this
ambitious, and he
field.
succeeded.
Right.
Let's look at like Metroid for a second.
Right.
That's a game. You've got like maybe 8 tracks in Metroid. Most side scrollers, 6 to 8 tracks.
Right.
Final Fantasy 1's like 32 tracks. And then like you get to Final Fantasy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each one of these is like 30 to 40 tracks to 60 tracks, and they just keep going up and up.
And they get better and better.
He took the soundtrack for video games very seriously, and maybe he was one of the first to do that. Dragon Warrior and some other games had some very serious soundtracks too, but Uematsu was one of the first to make the soundtrack a huge part of the game.
Alright. So, Uematsu, Koji Kondo, these are some of the bigger names that we hear about in this genre. Is there any composers that you think are maybe underrepresented and maybe should have their time in the limelight here?
Yuzo Koshiro.
Who's that?
Yuzo Koshiro, the composer.
He is one of my favorites. Yes.
Yes, he did ActRaiser, Streets of Rage. And I hear a little bit of ActRaiser, and that's about it.
Right.
Matt Ullman.
What's that?
Matthew Ullman. He's Diablo.
Oh.
And everyone's like, ooh. Yeah, he's really good. I was very impressed with the entire Diablo 2 soundtrack, and I think he's back for free.
Okay.
Roger Christine.
No, obviously you guys are in a band, so keep your green cards, right?
Clearly.
Yes.
Basically.
I don't know, are there any Cold War sorry, that was bullshit, but, do you ever liken the fact that you guys are kind of in this battle with the sense of Bertrix, the whole, Cold War, Soviet versus American?
But we're not Soviet. We hate communists. Communism's bad.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Communism.
That's why you emigrated.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Communism is a great idea,
Okay.
but you never have somebody that uses it properly.
Yeah, well, for all of your compatriots back at home, can you say something to them in the language of the motherland?
Where's which one are you looking at?
One of those three. That'll work.
Whichever one.
Я знаю ничего.
And for those of us who can't speak Russian, please translate.
I actually didn't have that many questions, unfortunately. So,
He just sits here and looks pretty.
Yeah, he does.
We do like fighting DOE though.
Oh yeah.
They're good rivals.
Oh yeah. I guess. Sorry. How did you guys start your rivalry with them? You could be either.
Yeah, I'm very curious about this because this was kind of a.
It could be either like an honest
you
answer
tell
or it could be
it.
like a
Tell it.
bullshit answer. Or something.
Okay. We were down in Orlando, and we I think we heard of them through, was it Brent?
It was Nemo.
How did we hear of the Descendants?
We were going to be like, hey guys, let's work on Nemo. And then you're like,
Wait,
some other guys.
Oh yeah,
did it.
Little Nemo's Dream World.
Oh, okay.
We wanted to do that song, and I tried searching for anyone else who had done it, and they fucking did it, and they did it really good. I was like, nope, we can't do that. So I looked them up, and I did some research, and they have the flute, and that's an unusual instrument, and they have female members, and that's unusual in the VGM scene. And we were like, this is not fair. They're just like, they're too similar, and this is not cool. We're gonna take them out. And this was a secret thing between us. We were like, fuck DOE, sorry.
That was like those two guys. And
Hey, we were like determined to just they were our rivals. Like we had around the same number of Facebook likes at the time, and we were like, no, we can't.
Yeah, because I remember you had the race to get to 1,500.
Yeah, even that was before. So this is before we even had that race.
Around the 800s.
And then we happened to both be at BitGen. Like we
Oh,
were.
wait. The second show of our tour, both of our bands hit 1,000 the same day,
Yeah.
and I think they beat us by like a couple hours or something.
Yeah, they beat us to 1,000 by like a couple hours. But so halfway through the tour, we ran into them at BitGen, and I think it was Chris I talked to.
Okay.
And I had let him in on our little secret rivalry. I was like, I don't take this offensively, but we've had this shut up flute. We've had this secret rivalry with you guys. We raced you to 1,000 fans, and Chris was like, oh my god, us too! We've had this weird secret rivalry against you guys, and we were doing the same thing. And it turns out we had both kind of discovered each other's bands, and both had this secret vendetta against each other for no reason, and so now it's out in the open, and we're gonna take them out. So
they better watch out then.
.net.
On your first album, you did straight covers of game music, but now on your most recent album, Unavenged, you're actually doing more inspired by tracks. What was the start of that?
If I can make one correction.
Yeah.
Self-titled is not an album, it's a demo album.
Demo.
Right, guys?
Okay,
Right, guys?
also,
Okay.
don't
not
even-
us.
Okay, fair enough.
Self-titled was the end of what Random Encounter used to be.
Another
Right.
band completely. Different guys.
Because you were the only original member out of that particular lineup.
I wasn't even in that band.
Truth is, we killed them, and that's how.
We're actually living in their band now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's completely different.
Okay.
The original stuffs. How did that start? I guess.
Well, when we came together, we discussed what we wanted to do with the music, and you had expressed interest.
songs written.
I guess
Tiny Syndrome.
old Random Encounter before it broke up saw a band called Starscream. Starscream is amazing. They're a chiptune group out of New York.
Oh,
They
okay.
play they make their own chiptune songs. I'd never seen this before, and I was like, wow, cool, original music with the same ideas. So I was like, okay, I'll try write something, and
The shit. What are you doing?
no, I didn't go to the shiz. I went to try writing things. So I was, I had some ideas. I was really sick. I was playing Demon's Souls, and reality kind of blended. I would pass out because I was really ill. Vomit in the bag, pass out, dream about being in the game, wake up. I would start playing the game again, and I thought I was in the different places, and I kept correlating in my mind. I'd pass out again, play more of the game in my head, wake up, be distracted because I wasn't actually there. So I wrote a song about this. It's called Bulletarian Syndrome.
Right.
then like I had a couple of other ideas for some songs. 72 Hours was playing Majora's Mask, not sick, and like felt like okay, this would be a fun idea for a song. End of the world. I like the end of the world.
Yeah, so, and actually I was going to go into that, especially for the lyric writing for 72 Hours. I mean, that would... Now, I must admit, I've not played Majora's Mask, so...
That's fine. No, most people have.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, I suck.
.NET.
I play way too many fighting games and shooters. What was it about the game that got you started to writing that song?
The time. You start the game, and you haven't played this, but like, okay, I'm gonna play a video game. It's a relaxing experience. It's an escapist experience. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna play this game and put it in 72 hours to the end of the world. What? And then the timer starts. We're like, no, I'm not cooking. I am trying to play a game. And like, it's going down. And you're like, strategy guide? No time for strategy guide. You just chuck it out the window, and you're rushing through this thing. And you're like, okay, but
You're rushing.
I want
rushing
to.
through this thing.
You can't stall. There's no stalling. So you're like, you're trying really hard to do this, and you have to block out the time to play this game because you can't pause it, you can't stop it, you can't save in between. You have to keep on with the timer until the end of the day. These 73 days, 72 hours, which in real life it doesn't translate to 72 hours, it's more like 4 or something. But you have to completely be in sync with this game, and it's stressful as all hell. And there's a love story in the game that's kind of cute.
Okay.
Do you remember the commercials that they had for
That's-
Majora's Mask?
That's what got me.
Where the kid's like trying to talk to his girlfriend on the phone and his mom hangs up the phone on him. She's like, "Don't you have a world to save?"
I don't remember
You
that.
don't remember
Not that
that?
one.
Oh.
That's not the other one where it's like super intense and it's like
72 hours till the end of the world.
and like the moon's falling and like it's this kid
That
playing the
moon
game.
haunts my dreams forever.
It's just super intense and like nostalgia. I'm big on nostalgia.
Right.
Again, this is memories of my life. This isn't like I played Pong with somebody. No, this is like emotional. That is a part of my childhood, a part of something I lived, and
Nerd.
like something that is very important to me. So to write about this, like writing about an experience, like some bands write about drug abuse, we write
Right.
about games.
So, also another song that honestly got me out of Unavenged was Mother's Brain. That, and I must admit, if we ever had a chance, I totally want to do a video for that song. If that ever happens, so keep that in mind. What's the inspiration behind that one? Because I read through the lyrics, and I'm like, and especially the sound. The sound was another draw for it. It was just, it just keeps going and doesn't stop for 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
So we played like what is it, Final Fantasy VII? Are we saying?
Yes.
It's very similar to Sephiroth's relationship with Genova
Mm-hmm.
in Final Fantasy VII. Go on,
Since she has no head.
Exactly. And the music is very Metroid inspired, as you probably gathered.
And then
That's just to confuse people. Because it's called Mother's Brain, and they think of Metroid, and we put Metroid sound. We have some sort of a couple different Metroid riffs,
Right, yeah.
Well, it's a
in the
disembodied
song.
head. And then Genova's
It's-
disembodied.
but the song has nothing to do with Metroid. I thought we just did that to mess with people.
That too.
Okay.
we honestly don't know what the song means.
You just wrote it and it sounds good, and they're like, we're done. Let's go back to Monster High and video
These
games.
lyrics kind of represent this.
Actually, while we're still on the subject of Unavenged, you actually collaborated with a number of artists on this particular album. Now, and that was another thing I had noticed in this genre, and especially at MagFest, there tends to be a lot of band collaboration in this genre. Why is that? The amount that I'd seen struck me as much higher than I might see in other genres.
They're so friendly.
Is that because that was one thing I noticed?
It's a very close, tight-knit community,
Mm.
VGM, because I mean it's not like any other genre of music where there are thousands upon thousands of bands. It's a core group of like 40 main active bands,
Yeah.
and I mean you can't help but get to know each other. And for Unavenged, we didn't really know a ton of VGM people because in Orlando there's really no scene down there aside from us and a few chiptuners, but
Right.
I mean, we knew the Protomen through separate channels and Select Start because they were also, you know, from Florida at the time, and I mean, we worked with the ones that we knew, but you know, we would love to do more of that.
Well, I was gonna say, is there anybody you would really like to work with?
See, if there's about 40 bands, then our next album would have to be 40 tracks long.
Yeah.
Because I think all of them would
Or
be
you can
pretty
like
good.
double up.
Or we could.
Oh,
we
Well, I was
could.
gonna say any like top 5 maybe you would see out of that list.
Should I bring up that secret thing that we may be working on, Dancing Man thing?
No,
No.
no, of course not.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
No.
Edit that.
That needs to be edited out. That.
Well, tell you who we wouldn't want to collaborate with. You know, those like descendants of
Third Reich.
Dracula people. Yeah, we would never ever collaborate with those jerks.
Out from the
They
quest.
suck.
Going to start calling them descendants of butts.
So anybody you could mention, maybe.
Grant Henry.
Yeah, that's definitely.
He's very high on the
he's
list.
definitely.
A Metroid Metal.
Okay.
Grant Henry is the main.
Okay.
Stemmage, will
Stemmage.
Oh, okay.
Wait, am I not supposed to say his real name?
No, it's everybody knows. It's
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was
It's
a
not a
thing.
secret.
Who'd be another good somebody to collaborate with?
Personally, Brittle Floss. He's funny.
Yeah.
Kind
He's a lot of
did.
fun.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Playing
Well,
Rental
maybe.
Floss was
Sort
a lot
of.
fun.
We played one of his songs with him.
Yeah, that counts.
I guess.
Oh,
It's a collaboration.
Well, what song was this? Just out of curiosity.
Crazy Duck in Space.
Oh, nice.
We
It's one of my
we were on
favorites.
tour with him for a long time, so we
Okay.
about halfway through the tour we started doing it. Badly. Because we didn't have a whole lot of time to practice it, but it was fun.
We learned.
Right.
We, for the most part, learned it in the RV, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that's 2.
The animal.
Well, yeah, but then like we'd have to like quit playing guitar forever.
There's that.
Yeah, you'd feel pretty inadequate
Yeah.
past that.
Honestly, like, I can't pick because, like,
Yeah,
just pretty
it's-
much everyone we've met, like, they're all really cool people, they're all really talented. I'd be excited to collaborate with any of them.
It's a good.
Except for Descendants.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So 39 bands.
So, while we're discussing creation, any songs that you know for certain you have to cover and get out to the masses?
I have them in my head, but I don't know if they're
Are we allowed
going
to
to
talk
work.
about?
Well, okay, how about we all pick one song that
Alright.
we know. that
Yeah,
we have to
let us
get
go
out
with
there.
that.
Sure, start from this side.
Oh, okay, yeah. I actually have one, and I don't mind telling people because no one will know what song this is. There was this old game for Macintosh, and it was called, like, Cythera. And what would you describe it as?
What was it called again?
Cythera?
Super.
No one's ever heard of this game. I really highly
Even
doubt.
amongst video game connoisseurs, they've never. heard
There's
of
like this little online forum of like nerdy fans of the game who are super awesome because they like hack the game and like change the colors of the trees and like out of the pumpkins and stuff. And I think those are like the only people who know about this game. But it's what describe
It's an RPG.
RPG.
Yeah.
Really simple, but like I don't know, I'm like addicted to this game. It's like it only runs on Macintosh like 9.
OS 9.
So if
Oh,
you get
okay.
OS 10 it won't work.
Okay.
So I have from like when I was 11 years old my laptop and you can't do anything with it. I keep it for the sole purpose
Right.
of playing this game. And there are like maybe like 6 different tracks to the soundtrack, and like it's really simple. There's no like battle music. It's only like little towns that you go
Okay.
to. And one of them's it's called Kosha, and it's very kind of like gypsy-like, very lively. I'm really interested in seeing what it would sound like with accordion and like rock style. And I would love to play that song because that's a game that's very it's my favorite game.
Okay.
And also I'd like to sort of bring recognition to it, you know. And
I like that. It's pretty awesome.
I think I'm gonna go with a kind of a cop-out answer, but it is truly the one I would want to play. 600 AD, a wind scene.
Okay.
It's
I knew exactly what he meant.
it's a very much often covered song in the video game music community, but that's still the one that I would like to play the most.
See, now I'm gonna feel bad like picking another Chrono Trigger song.
Choose one.
Well, I've got it. Like, I really like the one that that I presented with you to you that one day. The one where I messed with the time signature.
Oh, yes.
But I got a pretty cool.
Are you going to say what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a pretty cool rendition of Frog's theme that I'd like to.
Oh yes, and instead of doing triplets, change the triplets to the.
You recognize what I did. I just did what
Yes.
sounded good.
I would probably. We kind of already did this, but stopped doing it because we wanted to do it better. I really want to work on Sigma 1 from Mega Man X. Sigma Stage 1 is. I
Yeah.
freaking love that song.
It's the exact name of that song.
I thought it was Sigma Fortress 1. I think.
Well,
Yeah, Lobos
that's-
is shaking his head yes, so.
It's got another name too, but yeah.
Does it?
Mm.
I don't know. It's amazing.
Let's see. Possibly the Final Fantasy VII battle theme. We play too much Final Fantasy. We
but
really
it's
do.
awesome.
I know it's great, but like, oh, if you're not an RPG guy, I like it.
We'll start the band called the Final Fantasies, and then
I know it exists.
we'll just
The Square
okay.
Enix.
We'll
That exists.
we'll
Yes.
kill them and then play in their band.
FinalFantasies.net.
Then you'll play only one concert.
I see what you did there.
You're
Yeah.
a quick one.
Shut up.
So, even though monster hunting takes up so much of your time, there's got to be some time where you're playing games. What are you playing right now?
Right now, I'm actually replaying Legend of Legaia for the PlayStation because I didn't realize how often I played that as a kid. But like I put it into the PlayStation, and when the title came on, the title song, I had to like sit there for like 5 minutes and just listen to the title track because it just that was a song that I put way too much time into, but it's still good. I recommend playing it.
Right now, I'm playing. I play like Team Fortress 2 when I can, but I haven't had a lot of time, and I've been playing Zelda Skyward Sword because I gotta give it the chance. But unless I'm about to go on a big anti-Skyward Sword rant if we don't move on, so it's a good game. It's a good game, but it holds your hand like you're a retarded monkey. So. I'm
Like
not cool with
Metroid
that.
Fusion.
Like Metroid Fusion. Worst Metroid. No, Other M might have been worse. But
Yeah, I heard Samus is actually like a great victim after the
Yeah.
game.
She is.
Like her personality and character is
Yep.
just obliterated.
Yep.
So right now I'm being played by System Shock 2.
Oh,
I have to open 17 different types of like drives in my computer to slow it down. Then I have to disable one of the dual core processors. And then, for about 15 minutes, the game will run until it crashes because my computer speeds up a little bit too much. And I have to run it in compatibility mode, and I also have to use that little stupid DOS
So wait,
thing.
the name of this game is called System Shock 2.
And you
never
find a
heard of
computer.
System Shock?
yeah.
No, but I just like how it actually like puts the system in the shot.
No, and it's like, also I have my computer gives off a high pitch frequency, and my fan and my light in the room that I play it in are like to the frequency. So every couple of minutes my light will turn off and my fan will go on full blast. And this is a scary game. And it's like, imagine this is exactly like BioShock, but older and more scary.
Yeah.
And you're looking for splicers, you hear something like, and then like your fan turns on, or like my cats like to jump sometimes too in the background. And I've got a window in front of me that reflects the fan, so I just see movement behind me, and it's terrifying. So this game is playing me right now.
And I have a new song called System Shock Syndrome on the next album.
What are you two playing these days?
Well, I'm playing Fallout 3 perpetually. So every time I get a chance. I don't play as many video games as I want to these days. I'm always occasionally replaying old games on either emulator or virtual console. I'm playing Shining Force 2.
Good choice.
Sega Genesis. That's it. That's all.
I'm also playing Fallout 3 and getting my butt kicked in Metroid Zero Mission by the stupid space pirates. And
Part
Oh,
of
at the
Zero
end of the
Mission
game?
where you don't have a power
That's a
suit.
post
Yeah.
edition.
I
of
don't
Zero
have my
Mission.
suit. I have a stupid little like BB gun. Like, and the space pirates are just killing me. But I found my clock tower too. I'm gonna play that.
Ooh, good one.
Rook.
.net?
.net.
Footballrook.net.
All right. So, what do you see right now is the future of Random Encounter? Where do you see you going next?
Touring. We want to tour a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys just bought a vehicle. I noticed because it took up most of this driveway.
I'm
but-
sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's good.
Like, we were all excited about it. I don't think you realized how big that van was. Like,
Yeah.
we
we
passed
call it a church bus around here.
we
so-
passed a church bus, and it was like way bigger than the church bus that we passed.
So touring.
For the
any kind of-
future, I see cake.
In the immediate future.
Very
Yes, it's not a lie, folks. We saw the cake.
This
So-
will see more music chronicling our monster hunting escapades and a lot more video game covers.
All right. So thank you so much for taking your time out. I mean, you guys were only here like 36 hours, and then you got to go back to Florida because you got to get back to your monster hunting. But thanks so much for joining us and allowing us to talk with you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Dundee.
All right, folks. I'm Rob.
I'm Travis.
He didn't ask much, but he looks pretty.
I have on over. So.
He looks like that guy from Midas Kids You Know.
Oh!
I've already saw it. Hope you liked it. You're watching Spankwagon, only Spankwagon.net. Drake, bitches.
Or icon for a while.
I should silence my phone.
I hate WoW.
I used to
Yes!
Speaking in accents.
I hate WoW too.
Oh, hi, camera. I was like, where's my phone? I don't even.
Or this wallet.
Logo
Oh, there it
selection
is.
here.
That's gonna be an outtake now. Thanks, Mike.
Damn it.